system, and it is tropical green tea with the mango and pineapple. Girl, when I tell you the smell of this tea is finger licking good. Finger licking. It is finger licking good. Okay, so I've already put one in the cup for you. Guys, this is not sponsored. I drink things like twice a day though. But okay, so this is not sponsored, guys. So I am going to put some in a cup for you. So we've got our hot kettle water. So we've got our hot kettle water. Hot kettle water. Hot kettle. So I am going to pour it right inside the cup. Wait for it to like ferment a little bit and then give it to you. Okay, it smells so good. Okay, perfect. Let me just close this so I don't make a mess. That was loud. Oh, I am so clumsy. So clumsy. So, okay, so we're gonna wait for this to ferment. So in the meantime, I am going to give you a neck and shoulder massage. So I've got some vapor rub. I'm gonna get a tiny bit because a little goes a long way. So I'm gonna massage on my fingertip and then massage it on your shoulders. Now I'm gonna massage your neck. Okay, so the green tea is ready for you to devour. So I'm gonna put it on the bedside table, and every time you feel like taking a sip, you go for it, okay? So I'm just gonna put it on the bedside table. Okay, so I've got my neck fur, my neck synthetic fur, guys. This is not no real fur, this is synthetic. So, oh guys, it is so cuddly. Just gonna put it around your neck so it can make your neck warm. It can make your neck warm and you can feel relaxed as much as possible. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it around your neck. Okay, perfect. There we go. face and told me that she knew what I'd done and thought it was fantastic. Such praise was a pleasant surprise given that I expected an onslaught of violence as I approached the looming gate of the shabby place. The innocence of what someone who only knows about prison from watching one fairly low budget TV drama. From the initial introduction, Kelly decided that I was her new best friend and was a trophy cellmate. At breakfast, she would bustle up to me, linking arms within centuries. If the human race manages to hold on for that long, Dr. Crippen, Fred West, Ted Bundy, Lizzie Borden, and me, Grace Bernard, actually, that displeases me somewhat. I'm not an amateur or an imbecile. I'm someone who, if you saw me in the street, you'd gaze at admiringly. Perhaps that's why Kelly clings to me instead of punching the living daylights out of me, as I expected. Even in here, I retain a certain elegance and a thunder that those weaker than I desperately wish to break through. Despite my crimes, I'm told I've received letters by a sackful, professing love admiration, asking me where I bought my dress I wore on the first day of my trial. Roxanda, if you're interested, that terrible Prime Minister wife was something very similar. Just a month later, unfortunately, often hate mails, sometimes mad shit where the writer thinks I've been sending them messages through the air. People seem to really wish to know me and to impress me, to emulate me, if not in my actions, when at least in my